You can be a source of inspiration for somebody. That's why I like to help people. Just the completion of something, it's such a rare thing for people to follow through and be consistent. What's so wrong with helping somebody and expecting like nothing in return for it? I'm kind of an agent of that serendipity of like, you don't have to do things the formula way that everybody does it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paulo Laduna, and I am the host of The Vision Show. This is where we talk about the creative journey, the hardships, the real truth about entrepreneurship and its journey. And today we are joined by a special guest, a local filmmaker here in Tyler, Texas, and one of my personal best friends is James Hardin. I've known James for, I want to say 2 years now?
Couple of years, yeah.
Couple of years, yeah. And I've had the pleasure with working with him at the Tyler Innovation Pipeline, and now we work together on music compositions for his film, and he is working on releasing a film in, do you know about
I'd say Q1 2026.
Q1 2026, called Legend of the Swamp Dragon, and I was lucky enough to do some music composition, and so that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, James.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Excited to have you here. Excited to, yap about what you're creating, because I really am passionate about it. And one of the taglines I really resonate with, that being the film that should not happen. Something like that, right?
Yeah. A movie too big for no budget.
Yeah. And I think that is such an empowering statement, especially with all the promotional posts that you've done for the movie, encouraging these filmmakers and artists to, no matter what, just pursue what they love.
Yeah.
And, I think what you're doing is amazing and is huge for our community.
Yeah.
And so something that I wanted to ask you is, how did you start off? How did you discover your love for filmmaking?
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me here.
Of course,
I am thrilled. I've been thrilled all day to yap about this kind of stuff. I could go on forever. For me, though, it started just as a kid. I was a strange kid. My mom told me, probably last year, she said, "You were always weird. You were a weird kid." But it was a compliment, I'm like, oh yeah. But I used to watch movies. So when I was growing up, I had 4 VHS tape movies, and it was the Star Wars trilogy, the original, and Batman, the 1989 Batman movie. And I would just watch those on repeat, stop, rewind, and then hit play and just watch it all the way through. And movies have always been a part of my life, I would say, and action figures.
Action figures
too, believe it or not. Yeah, back in the 90s, action figures were cool, big deal, and so we had the Star Wars and superheroes, all that kind of stuff. And even looking back now, I think back on that stuff, and I'm like, oh, I was making movies before I had a camera, because you have these characters, right? And your imagination is the world. So if you have an action figure of a character, you have their entire person, and you can come up with your own stories. And so I would make up my own stories and play in the backyard and stuff. When my brother was born, I roped him into it, and so we played with action figures, played video games and stuff. And so that part of me, through some ups and downs and some rough patches, I got to the point where I realized, all that stuff was there for a reason. It wasn't something to be brushed under the rug or to not grow up. You're childlike. The things that you enjoy and do as a kid are meant to be cultivated and mature with us as we grow up. And I think that can bleed into whatever you put your hands to and make it immensely successful and, if anything, authentic. So
that's really interesting. One of something that comes to mind for me is Tyler, the creator, said that as he has progressed with this art, as he's dived deeper into it, he feels younger.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel younger and I feel more free than I ever have.
You said you roped your brother into this. What is his involvement in the film?
Yeah. Well, he and I have always kind of been along for the ride, and we're 6 or 7 years apart. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But we both made movies growing up, not together. We just did our own thing with our friends, and so when we finally got to a certain age, we started well, let's just make something together. We've always had the brotherhood and the sense of humor.
Yeah.
So his involvement in this is equally mine. We came up with these characters together, and we went and sat in a studio put on these fake mustaches, and just started riffing off of each other together. And so, this whole thing is not possible without him. So he's equal parts what I do. He's there also. So
right,
and we're the main characters in the movie because we couldn't afford to hire real actors. So
I mean, y'all are real actors. Y'all really have made it happen. I think it's really, really inspiring, especially that y'all have that brotherly connection. Because my little brother and I, me and him consider each other polar opposites, but we very much, because of that, we complement each other well. Would you say that's the same for you and your brother? Because I know he focuses more on the audio side while you're the visual. Yeah,
we grew into kind of different branches a little bit. Kind of the same, but also different. I'm not musically inclined at all. I love music. I wish I was. Maybe I could be if I tried, or spent the time on it.
Yeah.
I know our vision is the same. I know we have the same kind of like, somebody said this, one of our actors said this in an interview, that there were no creative differences with either of us. One of us comes up with a suggestion and it was like perfect harmony when it comes to the story. So our allegiance is to art and to the story, which is super important, because if you have people wanting it their way, it can mess the whole thing up.
Right.
But yeah, I'm super thankful for him. It's a rare thing. I don't think a lot of siblings, I don't think it's a normal thing to be that close and tight, you know, with your siblings, and to have something that you're working towards. Makes you way more formidable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that familial bond, that's very strong. And it's something I think Gordon Ramsay said in one of his, I think, Kitchen Nightmare episodes. It's like, hey, if you have a family business established or a family restaurant, it's almost and like this foundation of it is really strong. It's almost impossible to lose it because of that familial bond. So my question to you is, how do you see you and your brother taking this in the future? Yeah.
Well, that's true. I think that's true. The family business thing, the heart bleeds through whatever you're doing art-wise. I mean, it could be anything really, your business, whatever. Fortunately, we have that. Just funny story, by the way. We went out. One benefit is when you're making a movie, when you go out, especially no budget, when you go out to shoot at a park or somewhere in public, it's extremely, people get weirded out by it, you know? People can go take senior pictures down by the railroad tracks, and it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
But when you have a movie and you're out in the summertime with a jacket on that has this like wool collar and fake mustaches and a zombie fish or whatever, people are just like, what are they doing? You know? Not that it's a bad thing, but Jake and I have gotten super thick-skinned and almost invincible, where we can go do some really stupid stuff.
That fearlessness.
And there's no shame about it.
Yeah.
And people don't understand it, but it's like, no, you don't understand. This tree is going to look awesome in the movie. And so that's been something fun. I can go do it by myself somewhere, film something silly. But if we're together, it's like, one is there's going to be opposition.
Right.
There will be, somebody's going to photobomb the shot. Something's going to happen. It's a given. It happens every time. And you can feel cursed about it, like, it's every single time something goes wrong. But we've gotten to the point where we know it's going to happen, and we just improvise, and we get stronger from it. So even if something messes up, it's a plate that we get to eat off of.
I find that fear of, you know, being looked at weird, because that's one of the reasons I haven't done too many music videos, is because I'm honestly terrified. I like being behind the camera rather than in front of it. And so what would you say is a piece of advice to those who are wanting to conquer that fear? What would you tell them? Yeah, if you're afraid, be courageous and be bold and do it anyways. Expose yourself to it. It's like, you know, I don't have a good analogy for it. I do, I'm not going to say it on here, but just go into it. It's directional. Use it as a compass. Go towards it. And then once you do it the first time, you're going to feel whatever. Maybe it's shame or embarrassment. But then it goes into your tool belt. It's like, okay, I've got that behind me. And then you do it again and again until it gets normal. And then you get to the point where you realize, like, I'm actually more free now from doing that. And a lot of people aren't free. A lot of people get locked up and can't speak in front of somebody. Right. But when you do that, make a practice of it and a discipline of it, it becomes easier, and you just become like a snowball of energy. You can just go do whatever. Exponential growth, you would say.
Yep. Okay. So it's totally worth it. If you're scared of something, you're always going to be scared of it until you face it. and it'll just come back around the mountain again until you face it. So you can be afraid the rest of your life of the same thing, or you can face it, and that's where growth is. Is in opposition.
So, you've been doing this for such a long time. I know there's hills and valleys, but for me, one of the most important ventures or moments in my entrepreneurial career is my first big success, whether that me landing my first contract.
Yeah.
I was sitting in front of that room with a paper that was waiting to be signed, and I'm terrified as they're flipping through.
Yeah.
Terrifying experience. However, I wanted to ask you, what would you say is your first big win in this venture? And how did it make you feel? What did you experience? And looking back, what is the most important thing that you learned from it?
The biggest win for me, I'll start with this. I have not always been this way. Growing up, even as a kid, I always wanted to make movies. I knew that. And, playing with action figures and stuff. And then eventually making movies in the woods as a little kid and a teenager, we would come up with these silly stories. I have those somewhere. I'll have to show you sometimes. But then you get older and life happens. And by the time you enter kindergarten, your plate's going to be full with distractions and things to do that are kind of laid out for you.
Yeah.
And so it's easy to get distracted or caught up. And then when you get older, it's you've got to have a job and make money, and you need that stability. And so there's comfort and a lot of distraction. So one is you have to make sure this is what you want to do. That whatever it is you're doing, be real honest about it. Some people think that making a movie or being an entrepreneur is sexy and it's attractive and it's I'm going to be rich or whatever. You've got to do it for the right reasons. And you could be successful without it, but you've got to be. I just keep calling it honesty. Are you being honest? But growing up, I always had that. And being here in East Texas, there's cows, and fast food. That's about it. And so it's I didn't have an avenue to function in that. And so I would live in my dreams. I would live in the ideas of it. And I have 1,000 movies that I've made in my head that I never put to paper. They're still in there. But I think the biggest win for me was actually practically bringing it out. And talking about it is one little step you can take. That's a tip for whoever's listening to this. But writing it was a big step and a big win for me. And then we made a mini documentary, some friends of mine and ours, just a little tiny one, and just completing a project and putting the stamp on it it's done.
It's done, yeah.
Even if nobody sees it, completing something, following through until something's done is a huge win. And if it's in line with in my instance, making a movie, I made a movie.
Yeah.
And I'm done. And I'm officially a filmmaker because I made a film, So just the completion of something, it's such a rare thing for people to follow through and be consistent. It's rare to start something too. But that's my biggest win is finishing a little documentary I made. And then that makes it, that brings proof into the world that you're capable of doing something like that. It makes it real. It's I did it once, I can do it again.
That confidence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
Confidence is a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, a concept that I tell my fellow entrepreneurs, people that I care for, who are asking me about advice for entrepreneurial ventures and how to start, is I talk about the creative muscle as well as creative stamina. I believe that it is something that needs to be trained over and over again. You as a filmmaker have to work on this project for how long? Big corporations take years to do, and they have huge budgets. They have the people, the personnel, everything.
Yeah.
So how did you train your creative muscle to be that patient, to wait that long?
Yeah. I'd say I became honest, and I love it so much. I love doing it so much that that's what sustains. That's what has sustained it the whole time, because it's crazy. I could be a doctor by now had I put that energy into school, because I've been doing this for some years now, and it's been my educational. It's been like my college essentially. But it got to a point where I was I want to make movies. I can do it on my own. There were some things that came up, and there were some people that inspired me along the way, and there were some situations that just randomly came up that showed me hey, you can actually do this. It's not as complicated or as expensive as you want to. And then I had an epiphany to one particular one where I had this movie I did, the one that I have now, Swamp Dragon, where I was writing it according to what we have around here. Like, well, do we have a giant haunted factory in town? Like, maybe, but I don't think I could get one. So it's like, let's not put that in there. Then I had an epiphany, say like, no, write everything, write the story to its max, just fully, and then we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. And it was this fun voice, like the kid, like, yeah, no, just do it anyways. We'll figure it out. And it puts you into a corner, backs you into a corner, puts you in tight places. It's like if you put water in a pressure cooker, it's going to spill out the sides,
right,
and it's not going to be contained anymore. And that's kind of what's happened with this, you know, is and sustains it too. There's like always a breadcrumb to chase, you know. And when
Something
you get
more.
put in a place like that, it's fun. It's kind of thrilling to say, oh, I don't know how that's going to work out.
So you say you enjoyed the challenge.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, difficulties and roadblocks are now opportunities. That's not some cheesy Reddit from a self-help book or whatever. That's a real deal I've experienced. And it's real. You got to see them that way. And it's almost like you have to have an allegiance to the knowing that it's going to work out. And so the only thing there is just this middle ground of like almost like incubating it and letting it come to you. It's really a relationship. It's like a relationship. It's like a dance. You get stuck. It's like, okay, well, let's just focus in on this gap that needs to be bridged.
So on the topic of relationships, because this, like you said, this is a dance of, you know, but sometimes that dance may slow down. It may, you know, have the relationship might go through a valley. And so something I wanted to ask you about is the dip.
Yeah.
The struggle. Because something that entrepreneurs always say is, oh, we got it out the mud, or, you know, we got it out the trenches.
Yeah.
What is your experience with the struggle? What did that look like for you? What did it teach you?
Yeah. There've been a bunch of them. But those are opportunities as well. The struggles are. And I don't think successful, maybe all the entrepreneurs and people that are doing, you know, otherworldly different things, I think they all have these horror stories of like, we almost died, or we lost everything, or we couldn't afford to pay the employees, or whatever. I think everybody has like this mega low dip. Mine with the movie, it's been a bunch of them. One of the biggest ones was like starting off, people tell you can't do stuff from the get-go.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know why you believe these people, because they're not doing it, you know?
Right.
So many people, even people in the industry, discount. I've had a famous singer or two tell me not to do it. You can't do it, which blows my mind, because I'm like, you do this.
You did it, yeah.
But that's part of it, is just the voices. Everybody in the world may tell you no. You've got to lock in. You've got to have. That's why the importance of being honest and knowing like who you are and what you're built for. I keep calling it being honest. You've got to have that squared away, because no one's going to be there for you.
Right.
You know. And then when you lack that, when you don't have anybody there for you, you can be that for somebody else. Because I always needed it. I didn't have it. So the absence of it's like it's something. If I have something that I can give, whether it's, you know, a small cameo or something, like I like to help people. So that's one pressure, is the no's. Ton of it. Had to figure out, kind of weasel my way out of that into clarity. Now I don't care. I'm not resentful either. It's good not to be bitter. I could be super bitter towards people, and you know, I've had government officials tell me like,
oh, wow.
I don't see your movie on the big screen. I've had like insults like that. But if you're bitter about it, that occupies real estate in your mind and your heart. You don't got time for that. That space needs to be filled with like hope and forward thinking and like growth, and like, where are you at right now? What can you do to benefit moving forward? People like that don't have any right to your space, you know.
Right.
But that's one, the naysayers. And then there have been times where either people couldn't show up. There have been seasons where like the actors couldn't show up, or got stuck in a rut, or life got just so busy that I got worked up and over obsessed with the movie. And I'm like, what? Like, why is nothing moving? But the key to those situations for me was, maybe it's time to shelf it for a little bit and rest. And let it incubate, but it's rest. And so I had to do that, which was difficult, because you got to take that energy and just like, nope, not right now. This is not for now.
Did that make you antsy?
Yeah, it was hard to figure it out.
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm not stopping for nothing, you know. Then when you figure it out, you have to be humble and be open to pretty much anything, and don't make it like an idol or put it on a pedestal to where it's your whole life. that's important too, because I part of me is like,
Do it.
this is
Yeah.
my life, this is my life's work. But even it being on that level is not good. You got to say, no, I'm capable without that. If something were to happen to it,
You still have
I'm the source of it, and I can do
Right.
something else or not. You got to be okay with that.
So you would say you strive for balance.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. And there's a character in the movie that is an obsessive, crazy, like over something.
Yeah.
And so parts of this journey play out in the movie itself, which is kind of full circle.
Would you say your movie, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're good.
Would you say that your movie is a love letter to the journey?
I think it's a love letter to the journey, to artists, to the underdog, but it's from, I think, the artist and the underdog, and from a journey. So, I think so.
That's awesome.
And the stories behind it too. Like
Yeah.
I never would have met you. So here's an example. The movie, I had shelved it probably 3 big times, where I just shelved it until I became inspired again and recognized like it's time.
Right.
It's time to get back on it. Had I finished the movie initially and not shelved it and stopped, I never would have met. You wouldn't be in it or involved in it, and your music wouldn't be in it, which blows my wig back every time I see that scene and hear that scene.
I'm very honored. I love that
Seriously,
scene.
well, I'm honored that you're in it, you're part. But there are people in it, and there's technologies that have come out that have seasoned the movie and made it so much better than it would have been. And so now I realize, looking back, that's the importance of, like, if it's time to shelf it for a little bit, it's time to do it.
Don't be scared of that.
Don't be scared of that.
Yeah.
Just go with the process of it. Go with your gut on things too. But yeah, it wouldn't be what it is had I not rested. It wouldn't be as good. It'd be done, but not as good.
Not as good. With everything that you've done, within the dip, what it taught you, what was the turning point?
I think that's where you find out who you are. Is in
Yeah.
the dip of it. That's where you find out if you're really supposed to be doing it in the first place. A lot of people I don't think are built for certain things. Like I said earlier, a lot of it's attractive to people. They think they want to do it, But yeah, it's a turning point. I think that's where it's the make or break. It's like with a lot of businesses and stuff. Like I said, everybody that I've ever met has had a significant and tangible and memorable rough patch.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I remember that season. Like it's a specific thing, people remember it. I think that's usually the make or break space for it. But in the big moments for me, it's like, what else is worth it? I found out, like, okay, you are supposed to do this, and it is a fruitful thing. You are supposed to do it. So then it's like, at some point, especially with a movie, it's almost like running a marathon.
Yeah.
You go one step, you just next step. It's like, okay, if I can make it 10 more seconds,
That's all
then
you
I'll be a
need.
little bit further, and I'll be in a different headspace in 10 seconds than I was. And it's a step process. And then you get to a certain point where you've made it so far out, and you can look back and say, oh, okay, now it ain't so bad. It's the importance of having, like, honesty, like I said, and having an allegiance to art or to whatever you are, what you're doing. Because in
Right.
the moments, that's something you can anchor into and say, I'm just going to do this. Almost like not primitive, maybe it is primal, like, oh, I'm an artist, I'm a creator.
No matter what, that's
What
what
I'm
I
doing.
am. Yeah.
And I will see this through, or it'll kill me.
Whichever one comes first.
Whichever one happens, yeah.
Yeah. I think that is a really strong mentality, and I think it's something that a lot of people nowadays, because I think we are like you said, we are surrounded by distractions. Instant gratification is something that is rampant nowadays.
Yep.
Short form media, reels, everybody wants the success now.
Yeah.
But what you've learned is that it takes that time, and really being able to see that through, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I love how you frame it, honesty.
Yeah.
I think that honesty is, a lot of people wouldn't call it honesty. A lot of people would call it grit. A lot of people would call it, but for you, I think it's unique.
Yeah.
Honesty.
Yeah.
And so, with that, what would you say is your playbook?
Yeah.
What are 3 principles that you adhere to no matter what when you're on this journey? And what would you recommend to people who are wanting to pursue their craft?
Yeah. This could definitely apply to everybody. I think probably apply to anything. Number 1, be honest.
Yeah.
Is the honesty aspect of it. That's an important one, and it will benefit you in the long run. It's easy to just get pulled into things, and it's easy to be pulled by other people and influenced, like what, maybe your parents are like, well, you should do this, or you need to do this, run the family business. But maybe your heart and your honesty, that part of you is like, but I pulled this direction. And so there are some times where like not a soul in the earth will understand what you've got to do, but you've got to do it.
No matter what, right?
And that's a tough spot to be in. But that's where that comes into play. The honesty. So be honest, figure that out. Don't do stuff for other people. Do what you're supposed to do, and I think everything will fall into place around that.
Right.
And then 2 is follow through. That's one of the biggest ones. If you say you're going to do something, do it. But don't give up, and learn how to stick to something and adhere to a vision, even when it doesn't feel good, or when you're not inspired to do it. Sometimes there's the rest period, but I mean, really see something through.
Yeah.
Consistency is like, if I had a budget and I was able to hire a crew and like actors and stuff like that from scratch, I would look at like, can this person show up on time? Can this person follow through? When we get on set and we're out in an actual swamp and there's mosquitoes and it's hot, can they stand there and keep doing what they're doing? Can they keep acting in the midst of it, or they just want to tuck their tail and go back home where it's comfortable? Have that grit, have that resilience is a big one, and it's good for yourself too. You'll build a level of confidence and self-respect. It's almost like you can become your own best friend when you're out there.
To interject, this reminds me of the time we did the hot chicken challenge.
Yeah,
that was, oh my goodness. But you were telling me how, it's a sanctuary to see who you are. I'm going to include that video somewhere down below. It was bad. I was sweating bullets. But anyways. So same principle.
Yeah, that's just embodied in hot chicken. But it's the same thing. But you gain a level of like, you almost become your own friend. It's like, hey, we can do this. It's like, we've done this. We've been here before. And it's a sweet, special place to be in. So that, I would say honesty, follow through, consistency, like sticking to something.
Right.
And then my third one, which maybe these aren't in a particular order, this is super important. It's like just value people, like love people, take care of people, and be a source of benefit to other people. If you have something that you can offer or give, do it. With that comes, like with the movie or any business, whatever it is, you do want to protect the culture. You want to protect it, and you want to have people around you that fall in line with that. But if you can help somebody, that's what this movie is a vehicle. It's like a boat where I can invite people onto it, or I can toss life rafts to.
Yeah.
It's a machine that's given me benefit to even chime in. I mean, I've seen people on like social media posts. This poor girl comes on this group, a movie group, and says, hey, I want to be in a movie if anybody's looking. And she just gets bombarded with comments of like, well, where's your reel at? Where's your whatever? And me, I'm like, you got a job. Like, I'll give you an opportunity for nothing. Because I'm kind of an agent of that serendipity of like, you don't have to do things the formula way that everybody does it. And saying, hey, lady, I'll give you a chance. And I'll do it publicly in front of these people. And then that'll dismantle everything they just said to you. It'll give you hope. It'll give other people hope. And it'll expand just the opportunities.
And that's kind of how we met.
That's how we met, yeah.
That's exactly how we met. I remember, just some background for y'all, but I went into your office. I had a costume on. I'd say, definitely not who I was. And I asked for an opportunity to use the space and build something. And I am very grateful, and I do believe, you're really about that, because without that opportunity, I don't think this would be happening right now. But that I've been firsthand experience of, that generosity, and now it's because I've always wanted to do the same for the people around me. It's something that I can do. And so I really, really do resonate with that. I really do feel like it's something that has a domino effect, because you believe in the little guy, you don't know what they may turn into. So I think that is a fantastic addition on the playbook. Because, that generosity, it goes miles.
It does. And learning, I read books growing up and I went to college, then I didn't go, and then I went, and all this stuff. It's part of the learning to be honest kind of deal. But I used to read books. I would just read whatever books I could get, self-help books and all this stuff. A lot of them are just crap. They're just trash.
I don't like self-help books.
Oh man, me
I
either.
really don't like them.
Looking back at it, there was one book. I'm not going to say what it is because people probably read it. But it was how to make people think you care about them so that they'll work and do a good job for you. But it was so like underhanded,
manipulative.
It's just like, I'll make you think I care about you, and then you're going to produce results for me, and then we'll be good. And not looking back, I'm like, why don't you just learn how to just actually care about people, like just selflessly. Look at somebody, and almost like you're digging in a sandbox. Like, where's the value in this person? Like, what's so wrong with helping somebody and expecting like nothing in return for it?
It's free.
And just sending somebody on their way better than when they got there. It's like, have you ever seen The Dark Knight before?
Yes.
Okay, this is what's popping into my head. The Joker is just like an agent of chaos. I think he says in the movie. He's just bad for the sake of being bad. What's wrong with being good for the sake of being good and expecting nothing in return? And it's like, you can't buy me, you can't coerce me. I'm just going to help people regardless, and you can't stop me from doing that. And that's what I feel like with this movie. I feel like the movie embodies that kind of spirit of creativity and opportunity and possibility. But yeah, that's my other tip is, and if you don't feel that way towards people, if you are constantly looking for somebody, how can they benefit me? Learn how to not think that way. There's nothing wrong with thinking that way. There's nothing really wrong about any thoughts that pop into your head. Maybe you are a kind of a crappy person or something. But you can get down and realize, like, okay, that's crappy of me to do that. But forgive yourself, let yourself off the hook. Say, don't feel guilty about your thoughts, but just try to change it. Just sit there and consider the possibility of like, well, I could shift that a little bit. And there's a fun dynamic. I think everything works. I think it comes back around to you when you do that. And like I said, it's not the point.
But it does.
It usually does to some degree or another. And even if it doesn't, when you help somebody, it heals you when you help somebody alone. That alone's worth it. And then, some people, like I'm saying, I didn't really have anybody. I never had a soul tell me, James, you want to make movies? Go do it 100%. Never had anybody tell me that.
So you're now being that for others.
I get to be that for other people.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I wouldn't be able to do that had I not had somebody told me that. I wouldn't be able to help other people with it.
Yeah.
And just the work that I've done in my own heart and my life has been, that's what I've found. I've dug around and I've found, okay, you're here to make stuff, be super creative and crafty, and you're here to help people and invite people on board and steer a boat, bring other people along. So
that's real. That's real. Now, what we're gonna do now is the lightning round.
Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, I got quick questions for you.
They're not math questions, are they?
Oh, maybe I might throw
Kindergarten,
you a calculus
they used to do like
Yeah.
math questions, and I was just like,
I hated those, man.
that killed
Like
me.
I really did.
I never stood a chance.
Okay, so gotta think about a few, but I got some. If you had an action figure to represent your movie, what would it be?
Oh, golly, that's good. It would be probably Swamp Thing. If you've
Swamp
ever
Thing?
seen Swamp Thing before,
Yeah.
that's just the first thing that pops into my head. It fits the color scheme and everything.
If you had a theme song for your journey, what would it be?
Don't Stop Believing by Journey pops up. That's one of them, which was almost my senior song in high school.
Oh,
But
okay.
it talks about a prostitute.
Huh.
You can cut this. That's why they didn't do it at high school.
Yeah.
Nowadays they would do it because school is actually a little bit cooler than it used to be. Yeah, Don't Stop Believing is the first thing that popped into my head.
Okay. So if you had to say just your favorite scene from the film, what would it be? Just quick description. You gotta get into detail.
The one that you scored.
That one?
That's my favorite in the movie.
I'm so excited for y'all to see it, man.
That's my favorite one in the movie, and that entire scene was an accident.
Yeah.
That we didn't mean to shoot that. Like we went out to film that scene where we went out to film that scene, and then we happened upon that location there and got struck with inspiration, like, oh, We just on the spot filmed that.
Ain't that the best? It just hits.
Oh man, yeah, it was meant to happen. That's the relationship thing. You go out and do something, and then you're open to when something like that pops up, presents itself. Like, oh, okay, it's like movie language. I'm a filmmaker. Indiana Jones, the third one.
Yeah.
Last Crusade. There's this big like a cliffside, right? And they're supposed to get to the other side. It's an invisible walkway. And he throws dirt on it, and then you can see it. It's like an invisible walkway when you get out there.
And then you finally,
It's a faith jump, but when you do it, it's like, oh, that was supposed to happen. Yeah.
What would you say is a movie or film, that greatly inspired you?
The Wrestler.
The Wrestler
is one of my favorite movies, and it inspired me because it's so gritty, and it's like a over the shoulder. It's the whole movie. It's like mainly one lens that they shot with. Which I never knew anything about lenses or cameras, but and the story's great. But it's almost like a documentary the way they shot it. The Wrestler and obviously the Star Wars movies when I was a kid. There's a reason I had those, but The Wrestler was a big one for me for some reason. It's one of my favorite movies to date. If you've ever seen it before,
I haven't.
Go check it out.
I will.
Yeah.
One word.
And Blaze. Sorry, Blaze.
No, you're good. Yeah.
That's the first movie that I was ever in, and that's part when I talked about earlier, like when you see somebody doing something, it makes it real for you.
Tangible.
It makes it tangible.
Yeah.
And so Blaze was one, it's a movie about my great uncle, and that happened when I was going to school reading those stupid books, got presented with this movie opportunity, which is another part of that relationship thing. Like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. And I got to go intern on the set and be in it.
Amazing.
And that was my first movie. But that had such a big impact on me because it was a low budget. Super low budget.
And it showed you could do it.
And I saw like, oh, because I always thought when a movie, like when they shoot a scene, they've got 5 cameras.
Yeah.
And they hit it once and they have 5 angles. But or low budget, it's like you have the same camera. You shoot the scene here, then you move. Just little stuff like that. And I thought, like, if I really hone in on this, I could do that.
You can do it. Yeah.
And so that was more of a personal one, you know. But those two, The Wrestler and Blaze, yeah.
One word to describe your movie.
Heart.
Heart.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
If you had to describe or refer to your movie as a dish of food, what would it be?
Ooh, I'll go with the hot wings.
Yeah,
I'll go with it. Sorry. But yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that's a painful memory.
It's the pain, but they taste really good, though.
It does, you know? It does. Are you... Sorry, we're going to end the lightning round because this one right here, I've been meaning to ask for a long time. Are you expanding on the lore of Terry Tenders?
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I think that is such a ridiculous, like...
Let me riff on this a little bit. Terry's Tenders is an origin story. You can cut this. Could be a bonus feature.
Okay.
Terry's Tenders was always, when Jake and I did this, we were always sponsored by Terry's Tenders. It just popped out of our, like probably the first day we shot. When we came up with our names, like, yeah, blah, 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 and we're sponsored by, you know.
Terry Tenders.
Terry's Tenders, yeah. Made sense. And so all these years, he's been this entity in the background that's like, he supplies
just looming over.
You never see him. And we agreed, like, you're never going to see him, ever. Well, until now, we wrote him a part in Swamp Dragon. So Terry will be revealed for the first time ever. You'll get to see him.
I personally have my own theories of Terry's Tenders. I personally think that he's like an omnipotent entity. Yeah, that's
okay, here's a lightning round question. What do you think he looks like?
Oh man, he looks exactly like the Hangry Joe's owner. That's
the Chicken Man. Yeah,
that's. I love you,
Michael.
Michael. Yes, I love you. You're awesome. Your chicken was amazing.
Everybody has a Terry.
Yeah,
you know, and
I think that's so cool. Yeah.
But he'll show up for the first time, and we weren't ever going to do it, but it adds so much pressure to the characters in the movie because Terry is he's their financial support. Yeah, and 2, he may or may not be like the devil himself. He's a bad, sketchy dude. And so they have to, the story, they have to go to this camp to renovate it. And it's not a pleasant place. There's danger there, but like, they don't have to. But if Terry's like, they come back and he don't have their camp ain't, there, it's not going to be good. So that's what his role in it is. It's this pressure that is underlying through the whole movie. So anytime there's a little chicken jingle or like Terry's Tender, you see a chicken tender, hopefully it stresses people out when you're watching it. Like,
oh, that's fantastic.
He's there. So
yeah. Oh, that's really silly. I love that.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be I guess, where can people find more information about your film?
Everywhere right now. YouTube, Instagram. I'll send you all the links. There's a link tree. Everywhere. And we have revved up. That's one of those follow-on inspiration deals. The movie, we're almost done with it. And I just was inspired. Like I just one day felt like, all right, it's time to start marketing it, getting out there. And so we have hit it hard. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everything. There's a trailer out there. The new movie poster's out. There's T-shirts and hats and stuff. My hat came in the mail. I should have brought it. I'm gonna get a T-shirt. I'm gonna have to get you one. I'll get you a T-shirt.
Okay, that works.
And we'll put all the links and stuff. I got the poster.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I geek out over that poster.
No, that poster
I've got one
amazing.
on the way. It's going to go in a frame, but everywhere. Put the links in the description.
Excited. All right, y'all. Again, this has been Paulo Laduna with The Vision Show. James Hardin, local filmmaker here in Tyler, Texas, releasing Legend of the Swamp Dragon, coming out first quarter of 2026. Yeah. Optimally.
The important thing is to follow us.
Right.
Stay in sync with it.
Stay in sync. You're right.
And there'll be some cool opportunities too. To maybe even be in it. Maybe be featured.
If y'all want to be in the film, y'all gotta check the link in the description. There's a little challenge for that. Yes. So no promises, but we got the man himself. So
chances,
yeah. Anyways, this has been Paulo Laduna with The Vision Show. If y'all want to tap in with James Hardin and his film, The Legend of the Swamp Dragon, on any updates, link will be in the description below. Press the link tree link. It'll link you to the Instagram, the Facebook, all the platforms that he has. If you want to support him, you can donate to Buy Me a Coffee, right?
Yeah, Buy Me a Coffee, yeah.
Exactly. Help local filmmakers and artists out here. We need more. Yep. And so, thank y'all for tuning in. Yes, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Support-wise, here's the deal, too.
Talk to them.
Buy Me a Coffee is there. Buy Me a Coffee's there, but if you buy a T-shirt, a hat, a poster, any of the merchandise, you're going to get a special video letter from Chip and Charlie while they're in the swamp, and it's going to be personalized. It's going to have your name on it, and it's going to be handwritten by them and sent to you, just for ordering a piece of the merchandise.
Personally.
And supporting them while they're out there being hunted by a dragon.
So get you a souvenir.
Do that.
So this episode of The Vision Show was brought to you by the Business Innovation Group at UT Tyler. Thank y'all for tuning in. Next week we have an interview with Ivan, the owner of Makoto Ramen. We're going to be talking about food. We're going to have a different location. It's going to be a great time. So y'all tune in. Thank y'all for stopping by. If y'all enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, comments. And if you want to be a part of this podcast, please also go in the description. We have an application link. Hope to see y'all soon. This has been The Vision Show. Everything is a journey from the mind to the stars. Y'all have a great time.
That's good. I like that tagline. That's good.
That's the company tagline.
Sweet.
Good rap, baby.
Right, good.